And we are live. We are live. I hope everyone can hear me clearly, but we are live on all platforms. So it is a Q&A, 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 Q&A. So very much open to questions and answers. And later on down the line, maybe about 30 minutes in the conversation, if you have something or you want to jump on a call with me, jump on a chat with me, that is something that I am very much open to later on. So I've seen that when you do a Q&A without a topic, it kind of gets some people a little bit, it's a little bit tough to get started. But if you start with a topic, then it's easier to go live. So if you guys are watching this and maybe you want to learn how to go live, my tip to you is start with the topic. Okay. So today's topic in this live stream is what is the best thing to do between getting a job and starting your own business if you're in tech. I want to give 3 reasons why, if you're in your 20s, you need to start a business. And then I'm going to give 3 reasons why, if you're in your 20s, you need to get a job. Start pronto. And then as we go on, we're going to have the Q&A. Okay? So why should you start a business? Let's start with why you should start a business. 3 reasons why you should start a business. Okay, I'm going to be very brief. And then we'll open the floor to the Q&A. So why should you start a business when you're in your 20s? Number one, main reason is that you've got a higher risk tolerance. Depending on your situation at home, depending on how things are, depending on where you come from and things like that, when you're in your 20s, you typically have less responsibilities, right? You typically don't need to pay a lot of bills. You don't need to, you don't have children. I hope you guys are not like getting children and making babies in your teens. Like, don't do that. Only have sex after you're married. Okay. Tuto like this live. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Jono. Start a business in your 20s because your risk tolerance is a lot higher. You can fail. You can literally go 10 years as an entrepreneur and be the worst entrepreneur on earth. You start this business, you fail. You start another business, you fail. You start your third, your fourth, your fifth, your sixth, your 10th business, you keep failing and you're still fine because you're in your 20s. And the great thing is that the more you fail, the more you learn. I have failed on more than 25 businesses in my life. Just this year alone, I have failed on 3 businesses. This year alone, I had Melsoft International Business School, completely failed. I had Melsoft Gulf Education, completely failed. And I also tried a SaaS business, completely failed. Just this year alone. But because I'm in my 20s, I don't have responsibilities. I don't have, pressure on me. So if you're in your 20s, definitely start a business. You won't regret it. You won't regret it. Okay? That's reason number one. Number two is that the network that you build when you're an entrepreneur is much more stronger and a lot more powerful than if you're in a 9 to 5. And I can explain. So if you're a founder and you have your own tech business, you are going to typically meet other founders. That's just the way it is, right? You're going to meet other founders, you're going to meet bankers, you're going to meet lawyers, you're going to meet entrepreneurs that are more established, that have done more than you. So that kind of network is really, really difficult to build if you're in a 9 to 5, unless you're highly intentional about it. But if you're an entrepreneur, you can't escape it. You need a network. You've got to build a network. You're going to see that the quality of people you hang out with just by being an entrepreneur is going to be very, very high. So definitely build a business to build a network. And the last thing is that starting a business in your 20s demands you to grow up quickly. You don't have a choice. Like as a founder, I can tell you, and founders like John on the call, other founders will also be able to tell you, you don't have a choice. You have to grow up. Like there are things that happen to me now after 5 years of being a founder that if they happened to someone else, they might freak out and be like, this is not for me. They might actually freak out and have depression. For example, low cash flow. This happens to every single founder that I've met in Africa that's not funded by a big bank or by a venture capital. You're going to lose money, and you're going to lose a lot of money. And there'll be times when you don't have money to pay your people. Guys, this happens to every entrepreneur that I've ever spoken to. There'll be a time when you can't pay your people, and it's the 28th of the month, and you literally are so stressed out that only prayer can save you in that moment. However, you develop a thick skin because once you get over it the first time, you get over it the second time, you get over it the third time. The next time it happens, you're pretty calm. Another example is lawsuits. Lawsuits. When I was 23 years old and starting out my journey as an entrepreneur, I was terrified of lawsuits. I thought getting a letter of demand is the end of life. Like if someone sends you a letter of demand and you're in your early 20s, you might think your world is coming to an end. But if you are established as an entrepreneur and it happens again and again, and guys, I'm not saying that you guys should be getting in trouble, getting lawsuits and all and that sort of thing. I'm not saying that. I'm not condoning it. I'm saying that it becomes less scary because now you understand, oh, okay, the letter of demand is only the first step. The second step is obviously we're going to have to go in a meeting, try and talk it out and not go through the arbitration or litigation. And even if it goes that far, then there are ways where you can settle out of court and there are all these things. So the more you expose yourself to things like that, the easier it is for you to remain calm when that stuff happens. Whereas if it happens in your 20s, you think the world is coming to an end. Like you just freeze and you almost die. So those are some of the reasons. And this is a live Q&A. So every single question that is asked in the chat, whether here on TikTok or on YouTube, where we're also streaming, or on LinkedIn, for the weird people that watch live streams on LinkedIn, I will answer every single question. Okay, so first question of the day is from Mbui. Please advise me on whether it is better to do data science or cybersecurity without an IT background. That's a very good question. A very good question. So, is it better to do data science or cybersecurity without an IT background? So, data science is something that I don't recommend if you're not good at mathematics. If you are bad at maths and you can't do statistics, you can't do um, data science is mostly stats, right? If you're not comfortable with linear regressions and all the things that come with statistics, then stay away from data science because it's a high maths environment. If you're great at maths, then you can do it without an IT background. Cybersecurity, on the other hand, it has a lot of theory because you need to understand how networks work. You need to understand how to block the threats. What is the threat? what is a network, what is a node. There's a lot of theory that's involved in the initial stages of cybersecurity. But after you've jumped over that theory and now you're spending more time on your practicals and you're doing red team, you're doing blue team, then you can do it. So if I didn't have an IT background and I had to choose between cybersecurity and data science, I would first ask myself, am I good at maths? And if I'm good at maths, then I'll do data science because they're both in high demand. The demand is the same. They both are high paying careers. But if I was good at maths and I enjoy doing maths, I'll do data science. But if I didn't enjoy data science, then I'll do cybersecurity. Both are difficult, both are worth it. Both are high paying career choices that you can choose. Okay. Next question is from Lukona. So I'm going to a tech event soon and I'm kind of nervous. Any tips? Ah, well done on getting yourself out of your comfort zone. It's not easy to go to an event if you're an introvert like me. I am an introvert, like huge introvert. I just want to be at home. I just want to be on my laptop with my hoodie on and my coffee and just coding all along, coding all the way. I'm very introverted, but for the sake of business, for the sake of responsibility, I have to put myself out there. So events are an amazing way to meet new people. Please just drop in the chat which event are you going to soon? Because I'm also looking for events. Here's the tip that I'll give you. Have a goal. Have a goal. Why are you going to this event? Okay. Why are you going to this event? Is it to meet people? Is it to learn about what's happening in the industry? Or is it just to get out of the house? You're bored, you just want to get out of the house. What is the goal? What is the reason? Right? Then, if you identify your goal and then you say, okay, my goal is to meet new people, how many new people do you want to meet? Right? Then you say, I want to meet 5 new people. Great. So you go there and your task is to approach 5 people because at an event, no one, and I mean no one, will come and say hi first. It's rare. It's the rarest thing for you to go to an event and someone just comes to you and then you leave that person and someone else comes to you unless you're a celebrity, unless you're well known, unless you're established. But if you're not, if you're a junior, you're still starting out, 99% of people will not come up to you. So you have to take the initiative. And the great thing about events is that everyone who's at an event is open to the idea of meeting new people because that's why they're there. I have never been brushed off at an event. I have never approached someone at an event and then they say, not now, I'm busy, don't talk to me. Never. I mean, it has happened many times at malls when you try to hit on a girl or whenever, like back in the day, many times, like in malls and stuff like that, people will say, will brush you off, right? But at an event, networking, business, no one will say no. So have a goal, stick to your goal, smash your goal, and get out. The best goal to have in an event is to meet new people, meet a certain number of people, and book follow up meetings with them. Because if you just go to an event and you talk to 5 people, you exchange numbers, and then that's the end, then you didn't utilize it. You want to book follow up meetings with them. You want to say, hey, it was great meeting you at this event. Can I meet you for a coffee in a week or two? Let's, exchange ideas and stuff like that. Then you're actually building a real relationship with someone. So that's how I would approach events. Okay, Professor Fidele. I have a good background in physics and mathematics. Okay, okay, great. So if you know physics, I mean, if you're good at physics, then you're good at everything, aren't you? Like, if you're good at physics, you're good at everything. If you're good at physics, if you're good at chemistry, then you're probably good at everything. So you can do anything you want to do. You should be fine. Uh, D, is programming hard? It depends with what hard means to you, right? If you love programming and you're passionate about it, and it's the thing that you wake up and you think about programming, then programming is not hard. If you're being forced to do it, on the other hand, if it's not your dream or it's your parents' dream, that forcing you do programming because there's a lot of money in it, then programming can be difficult. It can be really, really hard. So you need to be passionate about it. You need to love it. You need to want it. You need to really be motivated to become a dev if it's going to work for you. However, if someone has to motivate you, if someone has to encourage you, if someone has to check up on you, you're not going to enjoy it. It's highly, highly paying. It's highly rewarding. It's a career where if you Google the top 10 billionaires on earth, actually, let's do that. I'm going to say uh, top 10 billionaires on earth. I'm going to put this inside ChatGPT, everyone's favorite AI. Okay, top 10 billionaires. We've got Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Larry Ellison, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Steve Ballmer, Warren Buffett, Larry Page, Bernard Arnault, and Sergey Brin, right? Then I'm going to say how many of these are in tech out of the top 10. How many of them are in tech? According to ChatGPT, 8 out of 10 are in tech. Besides Warren Buffett and Bernard Arnault, everyone else is in tech. So if 80% of the world's richest people are in technology, then you know that tech has money. That's not a secret. Tech has all the money in the world. So what I'm trying to say is that it's going to be challenging because it's highly rewarding. It's going to be challenging, but it's worth it. Get into tech, guys. I have not regretted getting into tech in my 6 years. Lukona, I will see you at the AWS Summit. I will also be there on the 20th of August. I have registered and I will be there as well. Good evening, Chloe. Guys, if you've just joined us, please like this live. Please share it with others. Please let's make sure that other people also get to know about the Q&A. And yeah, we're just doing a live Q&A, and that's all. I'm just gonna be answering all your questions here on this call. Miso, hey sir, please help in advising me on IT essential, how beneficial it is. So I've just covered that. IT is very, very beneficial. You cannot go wrong with IT. And the thing about IT is that it's really, really still at the beginning. We have not truly seen the potential of technology, especially in South Africa. I mean, just go on Google Maps or any of those platforms to see how many people or how many businesses don't have a website, a basic website. And then think to yourself, how many of these businesses are not using AI agents? I would say probably 90% of businesses are not using AI agents. They're not using AI automations. They don't know anything about putting stuff on the cloud. They for sure are not cyber secure. Like, it's bad. Tech in South Africa is still really, really a baby industry compared to more established industries like banking or mining or any of the more established industries. So, tech, highly recommend you get into it. And the best place to get started in your tech journey, of course, is Melsoft Academy, the sponsors of this live stream. And they gave me this nice shiny cup as well to drink my coffee in. Why is Melsoft Academy the best place? Because it's a beginner friendly learning environment that is made for beginners with accredited certificates and guaranteed internships. So if you take a Melsoft certification and you complete it, you get an internship that gives you real life work experience. And then the more you get experience in tech, the more valuable you are. So Melsoft is a great place to start your career. You don't end your career at Melsoft. You start. Melsoft is where you start because it's a school. You come here, you learn, you're with me every single week, you're with other mentors every single week. In a year, you go out, you do some internship, and then you start flying in the world. We have graduates that are now working in America, in UK, back here in South Africa, and across the whole world, where all you need to do is just apply yourself, be intentional, and the world is yours. So if you want to apply to join Melsoft Academy, I have a link on my bio. If you're watching this on TikTok, if you're on YouTube, just go to melsoftacademy.com and you should be able to find the application link. Okay, next question, Lukona. What ways can one incorporate psychology and tech? That is a very good question. It's a very good question. So, top of my mind, two things come to play. One is UI UX design, because if you're doing UI UX design, everything is centered around user experience. It's centered around how people use your app. So do UI UX design, understand users, solve users problems, and incorporate psychology in that, right? So that's one way. Another way is to become an expert digital marketer. Contrary to popular belief, marketing is not Google ads. Marketing is not Facebook ads. Marketing is psychology. Marketing is understanding consumer behavior to a science, like breaking down user behavior to a science, understanding that users only care about what they want. Customers will not buy features and benefits, they will buy trust, they will buy reputation, they'll buy social proof. Understanding all those psychology components in business and then creating a marketing campaign around that. So that's how I would approach. If I have a psychology degree, I would put it in marketing. And then marketing pays, like marketing. I know so many great developers that have built great products but fail to market them. And at the end, those businesses die. And I know many, many products that are absolutely trash, bad products, but because they are well marketed and well packaged, those people are making a lot of money. So if I had to choose great product or great marketing, I would pick great marketing every single day, because the more you market, the more you make some sales, and then the more you make sales, the more you can improve the product. But with a great product that no one knows about, I would never rely on viral growth. I would never rely on it's going to grow on its own. So that's how I would incorporate psychology in tech. I know a couple of people at Melsoft and they always seem to get jobs after. That's so true, Frank. Like right now, we really don't struggle with placements. The only struggle is to get people across the line. Um, yeah, the only thing that we need to do, that we're focusing on, is to get people across the line, because this industry has a lot of people that are in the field that, I mean, there's a lot of opportunities. There are opportunities in South Africa, Zimbabwe, Kenya, Nigeria, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, USA, UK. Opportunities are endless. What's important is to get the right skills. Renee, you have beautiful eyes. Thank you, Renee. Really appreciate it. So, yeah, I'm here to answer any questions that you guys might have. Let me see if there are any questions on YouTube. No questions on YouTube. No questions on LinkedIn. So yeah, guys, back to what I was saying, that if I was to choose between getting a job and starting a business, I've given you guys the reasons why I would start a business. Now I want to give you guys the reasons why I'll start a job. Vukani, what's my goal for the remainder of the year? Currently, my goal is to get, I don't know if I should be saying this on a live stream, so maybe I should tell you another goal that I can't put on my stream. But basically, it's just to get better at sales, is to get better at um, business to business sales, primarily because I found that if I really want to grow Melsoft Academy, I have to sell it to businesses. And then the businesses will do a lot. So that's my personal growth, my personal objective to grow in my career. It's just to get better at B2B sales. And I think I'm on the right path. Okay, we have a question from Sianda Dlamini on LinkedIn. How can I break into the industry with an informatics degree? Okay, if you've got an IT degree of any sort, Sianda, you are already way ahead of most people. If you've got the degree already, you are way ahead of most people. So if I were you, I would just look out for graduate programs. There are so many, like there's the BBT program, there's the Intellect program, which I think is the best in South Africa, the Intellect program that starts in Jan. There's the DVT grad program, there's the Standard Bank, there's the Discovery. There are so many graduate programs. That's where my main focus would be. And before you apply to any grad program, make sure you identify five, six, seven people that are working in those companies. You reach out to them on LinkedIn. There are thousands of them, and you just basically ask them to give you a good word to the HR manager, basically, and you're in. So if you've got an informatics degree, honestly, you are way ahead. The you getting into the field is a walk in the park, really. Just make sure that your CV is good. Make sure that your LinkedIn profile is good. Make sure that your cover letter is good. Make sure that your portfolio is also good, because if you have all those things, plus you've got a degree and you've got a portfolio website and all these things, the world is waiting for you. There's nothing you can't do. So that's for my man Sianda on LinkedIn. Thank you, Sianda, for that comment. All right. Nothing on YouTube. Back to TikTok. When you meet with someone, this is Vukani. When you meet with someone, what motivates you to work with them? I want to see hunger. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? There is nothing that puts me off more than people that are comfortable. If you're comfortable and you come from a rich family, you're well off, you're just getting a job just, to get a job, then it puts me off. It really does. But if I see hunger, if I see determination, if I see this person is trying, they've done this, they've done that, they're taking this course, they're taking that course, they are hungry, they want to learn, they need to eat, they want to put food on the table, they're doing this. Hunger hunger number one. It's For me, it's the number one characteristic that makes me see, okay, maybe this person they've got it. Because if someone is hungry, they are willing to put in double the effort. They're willing to learn, they're willing to grow, they're not complacent, unlike with most people that just want a paycheck. So that's what motivates me to work with someone. It's the hunger. How hungry are you? Okay. Next up, people are sleeping on Web3 from Tilo. That is true. A lot of people are sleeping on Web3. I'm one of them. I was very big on Web3 around 2022, 2021. The blockchain technology, definitely, I think it's got a lot of potential in it. It's just that AI has come onto the scene and pretty much blown everything out of the water. So not a lot of people are talking about Web3 anymore. I think Web3 still is the future. I still think that the blockchain will change the way we look at life. So yeah, maybe I should go back into that. But honestly, right now I'm just a little bit hands full because of Melsoft. Rebel, RBWW. What about us that don't have due to valid reasons? What do you mean? What do you mean that you don't have? What do you not have? Frankie, what's good, bad? Frankie, me and Frank go way back. Me and Frank go way back. Like, Frank, I think I've known you for like what, 20 years now, Frank? 21 years, Frank. I think Frank is the coolest person on earth. I think on all the people on this live chat, Frank is the only person invited to a special event. But I'm not gonna preempt what that event is because they're monitoring spirits. But I love you, Frank. You're a G. Okay. RBWW. The degree. Okay. So Frank, I mean RBWW, is that your real name? I'm gonna click on your profile. Okay, I guess that's your real name. RBWW. Um thank you, Frank. You're a G. Love that comment. Um if you don't have a degree and you want to get into tech, it is a little bit more difficult, right? It is a little bit more challenging, but this is what you do. Listen to this, RBWW. This is how you do it. You need to look for a founder, okay? You need to look for a founder that is building a tech business. That's all you need. You need one founder that's building a tech business and you offer your services to them for free. Okay. I am assuming that you are good at what you do. I am assuming that you know how to code, you know how to build products, you know how to scale products, you know how to build tech products. I am assuming you know your front end, you know your back end, you know your APIs, you know your DevOps, you know how to test software. I am assuming you are good technically. If you are good technically, you look for a founder, and there are tons of them. Just go on Founder Institute. You'll see 30 founders a year coming into the program. Go to the Startup Club event tomorrow. It's free. It's a free event. It's a founders masterclass. There'll be over 100 founders in one room. And all you need is one founder to say, hey, can I come and work for free for a month? I'll help you build your product. I'll help you build a feature on your product. I'll help you with your product. Then they'll say, sure, why not? And then, because I mean, founders, let me tell you something about startup founders. They will take free help. I mean, ask any founder, they'll take free help. Then in that 1 month, you absolutely smash it for them. When you're done, then you say, hey, I'm done now. I hope you got some value. Can I work for you full time? 9 times out of 10, if you know your stuff and you have delivered value upfront, you will get your opportunity. I promise you that 99% of people on this live stream that are watching this or listening to this on YouTube or wherever will not do what I just said. I promise you. I've said this so many times. And only once, there's a guy called Ernest. His name is Ernest Shongwe. You can Google him on LinkedIn. Ernest listened to my advice. He did that and he did an unpaid internship. And 3 months after, he asked the question, hey, guys, I've been here for 3 months. What are you guys going to offer me? And Ernest was so valuable that once that company raised money, they gave him a CTO position, they gave him equity, they gave him a salary that's north of 30 grand. Google Ernest Shongwe on LinkedIn and ask him. He'll tell you that's how he got into tech. So don't be like the 99% that won't do anything with this information. Go out there and put it into practice. Start with me. Maybe I'm the founder that you need. All right. Next question, Tilo. Guys, if you just joined us, please don't forget to like this live. Please don't forget to share with others. Just hit like. Can I see some hearts on TikTok? Like. Just so that more people can find out about this live stream. Thank you so much, guys, that are liking. Thank you, Sizwe. Thank you, Rebo. Thank you, Lukona. I really appreciate it a lot. We're doing a live Q&A. So any question, I'm going to answer to the best of my knowledge. Tilo, thank you so much, guys. Appreciate the hearts. Tilo, I am the only black female blockchain dev in my field. I really wish to have more black women. Good point. There are not enough women in tech. There are not enough women in tech. We need a lot more. And yeah, it's just a sad reality that a lot of women are not exposed to these technologies. And that's why organizations like Girl Code are important because they bring in more women in the tech field. We do need more women in tech. All right. Next question. Where can I do cybersecurity or get study materials? The best place to do cybersecurity is Melsoft Academy. Melsoft Academy. You can Google them or Google us. It's the best. Why is Melsoft Academy the best place to do your cybersecurity? Okay, I'm gonna give you about 5 reasons. Firstly, you do an accredited NQF5 program, right? So your certificate is accredited by SAQA. Number two, you do CompTIA certificates. So not only are you doing local accreditations, you're also doing international accreditations. So you do CompTIA A plus and CompTIA N plus, and your CompTIA Security plus, which are the best entry level certificates in the world. Number three, you get discounts to write your exam vouchers. Recently, CompTIA has increased their pricing on their certificates. But if you study at Melsoft Academy, you can get up to 50% off your exam fees. Fourth, you get a personal mentor. So you don't learn alone. You've got a mentor that at any given time, you can book a call with this mentor and go one on one on your problem, whatever it is that you're stuck on. You've got a mentor that can assist you. And then lastly, you get a guaranteed internship where after you're done with your learning, you actually get placed in a real life environment where you're working at a company, you're getting some experience, you're building up your CV, and you're really setting yourself up for the rest of your career. That's why Melsoft Academy is the best place to do your cybersecurity. If you know any other place that offers all these things that I've just said now, please tell me which other place does this. Because if there is another place that does this, then it means we as Melsoft need to improve. But right now, the best place to do cybersecurity is at Melsoft Academy. You can apply using the link on my bio. If you're watching this on TikTok, you can drop me a DM and I can help you through the application process. Or you can just search melsofacademy.com if you're watching this on YouTube or you're watching this on LinkedIn. So that's what I would do if I wanted to get into cybersecurity today. Okay, I'm just gonna check on Facebook if we've got some people watching this on Facebook. I don't know who still uses Facebook besides my mom. My mom is really big on Facebook. Akash, where can I get cybersecurity based online courses? So I just answered this. The best place is Melsoft Academy for sure. Lauren, I am a student at Melsoft Academy. It's honestly the best decision I've ever made. Thank you, Lauren. Lauren, great. I haven't seen you in a while. You've been very distant, but please, thank you so much for your comment. Please come. Please show yourself, be around, you know. It's always great to see you when you do come through. But yeah, Lauren, thank you so much for the comment. Lauren really is a student. And yeah, Kaya, Mr. Larrett, I'm part of Melsoft. Can I use my NQF 5 that I will earn, then use it to do NQF 6 and 7 and uni? Yes, Kaya. I do know you, Kaya. I have not heard an interaction with you, though. I don't think I've had like a one on one chat with you yet, but you definitely can use your NQF 5 credits towards your NQF 6 certificate. That's exactly how it works. In the very least, it'll make your NQF 6 a lot easier. So, yeah, absolutely. That's how it works. That's how it's supposed to work. What are the requirements to join? So all you need to do is just drop an application and you need metric. Okay, so I'm not taking any requests. Yes, Tondi, please try again in about 15 minutes when we end the live stream. So what are the requirements to join? At the very least, you need to have done your metric, and yeah, that's the only requirement. Because it's an NQF 5 certificate, you need NQF 4. That's all you need. It's a highly beginner friendly curriculum. It's made for beginners. It's simple, it's straightforward. So the only thing you need is to prove that you can speak good English, and the way you do that is through your metric certificate or your grade 12 or your A level if you're in Zimbabwe or you're doing Cambridge or anything like that. Vukani, I want to make content the same as you. Do you have topics people need that I can address first? All right. So if you wanna know the what people are searching for and the content to make, then check out Creator Search Insights, which is a TikTok feature. You just press, you go on your search bar and you say Creator Search Insights, enter. Then you will see a list of topics that people are searching for. And then you'll also see what's called a content gap, where people are searching for this type of content, but there's not enough demand for it. Then you can create that sort of content. So that's one way. Another way, there's an AI agent that we made where you can literally just scrape through the entire TikTok, and then it will show you the topics or the videos that a lot of people are using on their platforms to get views, and then you can replicate. So that's something else that you can use. But the best thing is the Creator Search Insights feature, which is free to use for everyone on TikTok. All right, guys. So we've been live for about 40 minutes. I'm going to take the last three questions and then we will call it a night. These lives are now weekly. So every single week, Wednesdays at 7 p.m., we will go live. We'll do a Q&A, and hopefully you guys can learn a thing or two. But if you haven't already applied to Melsoft Academy, do that. It's very important that you apply to join Melsoft Academy. Ribble, RBWW. If you had to start over today with zero tech background, how would you break into cybersecurity step by step? Wow, that's probably the best question that I've got today. That's a really good question. Okay, how would I break into cybersecurity today? It's really simple. Firstly, I would look for a mentor. I would look for someone that's in cybersecurity that knows everything. Like they've got 5 years experience in the field, basically. And I would ask that person to mentor me, to guide me through so that I don't have to do any mistakes. I don't have to make the same mistakes that they made. I don't have to find out things on my own because I've got a mentor. So the first thing I'll do is I'll look for a mentor. You can find these mentors everywhere on LinkedIn. Guys, LinkedIn is the best platform on earth. It's the only platform that's made for business. So you'll go there, search cybersecurity analyst, senior cybersecurity analyst with 10 years experience. You can find thousands of them. They are all over the place. You send them connection invites, and then you just say, "Hey, I really like what you're doing. Would you mind I buy you a cup of coffee just to learn from you?" And if you send 100 messages, you might get 5 responses back, and out of those 5 responses, you might get actually 3 meetings, and out of those 3 meetings, you'll get one person that agrees to be your mentor, and that's all you need. And now that you've got a mentor, I'll start learning. I'll start learning. So if I don't have money, I would do the Google Cybersecurity certificate. Then I'll do my A plus. I'll do my N plus. But every time, every month, I'm pinging the mentor, asking, "Hey, I'm learning about this, this, this. Do you think this is relevant? Hey, I've just done this project. Please check it out." And I'm just pinging the mentor all over and over and over again. And then when I'm done, I'll start searching for jobs. So that's how I'll do it. That's how I'll get into cybersecurity. The great thing is that you don't have to do this on your own. All these things that I've mentioned, like getting a mentor, doing your certificates, being on the right path, all these things are at Melsoft Academy. They're there. The roadmap is there. All you need to do is just to step in on a path that hundreds of people have already walked, and you just follow the path and you're done. So if I had to start over today with zero tech background and I wanted to break into cybersecurity, the only thing that I'll do is I will join Melsoft Academy. It's that simple. Okay, here are the last 2 questions from Kaya. Do you think the era of boot camps is closing? And what are your thoughts on boot camps today? That's a very good question. So I'm just gonna give you some numbers and some figures to answer your question, right? Do I think the era of boot camps is closing? The answer is an absolute no. I don't think so at all. I think boot camps are still very much at the beginning of their trajectory. And I'm going to explain to you using numbers. And I'm going to open Perplexity, right? I like data. So I'm just going to use data. I'm going to say how many people graduate with grade 12 in South Africa, right? Please follow me on this one. I want us to go through this together, right? So according to Perplexity AI, which is the best AI if you're trying to do some research, the official number of people that pass, it's about 724,000 people that enroll and finish their grade 12. About 600,000 actually pass the exam, okay? 600,000 people every single year. Then I'll ask the second question. How many people are enrolled in universities? Okay. How many of those people are enrolled in universities? Let's see. I'm just using the numbers, right? Maybe these numbers will tell me something about my business that I don't know. Okay. So according to Perplexity, South Africa's universities typically have 200,000 first year spaces available each year. So we have 600,000 people that finish grade 12, and only 200,000 of them actually have space for universities. So what happens to the other 400,000? What happens to them? Are they going to wait and try and apply again next year? No. Are they going to do online courses? Maybe. Are they going to do boot camps? Definitely. So do I think that the boot camps are going to die or they're slowing down? I absolutely don't think so, because we've just seen that out of the 600,000 people that pass matric, only 200,000 university slots are available. What happens to the other 400,000? Okay. So that's only people that have just finished matric. Then you get people that are in degrees that want to switch careers and ask. We actually did this. We did this survey one day. My friend Kanye and I, we went to Wits, and it was late Friday night. We went to Wits and we just went around asking people, "Hey, what are you studying? Then they'll say, oh, I'm doing engineering. Then we'll be like, did you choose this or did your parents choose this? I promise you, majority of people were there because their parents chose it for them, or they didn't get what they initially wanted, and that sort of thing. So there are a lot of people that are in universities that want to switch careers, right? Then we have a lot of people that are working that want to switch careers. So I don't think boot camps are going to die. I think that in the future that we're going walking into, we will see a lot more boot camp plus university partnerships. We'll see a lot more boot camp plus corporate partnerships, and that's how things are going to evolve. There's no chance that boot camps die. Boot camps are here to stay. However, you have to be very careful because there are a lot of bad boot camps. There are a lot of bad ones. And it's the same in any field, really. Like going to software dev, you'll see there are good software dev companies and there are bad software dev companies. Just like in anything really, movies industry, there are good movies and there are bad movies. The same thing for boot camps. There are good ones and then there are bad ones. So check, are they accredited? That's what you should check. Check their graduate placement rate and speak to the people that are there. Just find out what the vibe is. Boot camps are also very different. Some boot camps are more flexible, others are more intense. Like Melsoft is not a it's not a chill spot. You don't come to Melsoft to chill. You come to change your life. Really, you come to change your life. You come to put in the hours. It's not a chill thing. So I think boot camps are definitely just at the beginning. And just like with any new thing, there are some old guards that are not so happy about boot camps that will try and discourage you. Don't listen to them. Just focus on your goals and do what you need to do. Okay. Um, Final question of the day is from Sibo Hrutman. Is it possible to land a job to be a data an analyst with only skill, knowledge, and projects? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is possible for you to land a job as a data analyst only with skills and projects. It's absolutely possible. It's absolutely possible. You don't need a degree to get a job as a data analyst. You just have to know your stuff. And the fact that you've got projects and you've got knowledge and you've got the skills, it's 100% possible. You can do it. Don't let anyone discourage you and tell you that um, it's impossible. Guys, there's nothing that's impossible. I don't have a degree in tech. I do not. But I've started multiple tech startups. I've had job offers from big dev houses, small dev houses. I've done it so many times. There's a comment here on LinkedIn that I just want to read from Junaid Alexander. I completed my UI UX from Melsoft Academy, and a recruiter reached out to me today. Additionally, I'm starting a new role as a facilitator. Thanks to Melsoft Academy for the training. That's from Juju Dev, who is one of the most resilient people I've ever met. Juju is one of the most resilient. I don't know how to describe you, Juju. He simply doesn't give up. He simply doesn't quit. It doesn't matter how bad the economy is. It doesn't matter how his health is doing. It doesn't matter how many times he gets rejected. Juju is always available. He is always pushing. He's always putting in the work. He is always showing up. And I am so happy for you, my brother. You finally got your big opportunity. You're starting a new role. Congratulations, Junaid. I'm so happy for you. I'm so thrilled for you. Please let's chat. Drop me a message on the Discord. Let's have a chat, man. I'm so happy for you, Juju. Your mentality and your personality of never quit, never give up is really inspiring, and you deserve it. You deserve it. Well done, Juju. I'm so happy for you. And yeah, so you don't need a degree. Junaid does not have a computer science degree, but here he is. He's just got hired. Hey, Aura says, "Hey, I live for boot camps. I love boot camps, and I'll die for boot camps." Thank you, Aura. Me too. I am a boot camp grad, and I'm not shy to say that I am a Hyperion dev. grad. I went to Hyperion Dev in 2019. I finished Hyperion Dev in 4 months. It was a 6 month boot camp at that time. I finished it in 4 months. And before I finished, I had a job waiting for me. So I'm not shy to say that I'm a Hyperion Dev grad. I look up to Hyperion Dev and the stuff that they're doing. I think they're doing some really incredible stuff. Do I agree with everything that they do? Of course not. Do I think they're perfect? Of course not. But I do salute what they're doing. And this is my competition in quotes because I went there and now I started a business that does something similar. It's my competition, but I do acknowledge where I came from. There wouldn't be a Larry Jimu without Hyperion Dev. I don't know if that's true or not. I just say that. I don't know if that's true or not. What I know about myself is that I still would have gotten into tech, whether through Hyperion Dev or ALX or any other platform, simply because I was motivated, I was determined, I was passionate. So whatever I was gonna do, I was gonna do it because I'm just that guy that really is determined. Ntlantla, would you recommend the ALX data analytics course? Yes, I would. It's $5 a month. It's pretty much free at that price, and you should definitely try it out. I love ALX. The founder of ALX is a very good mentor of me and Frank. Uh, his name is Fred Swanica. He's the CEO of Sand Technologies. And ALX, if I'm not mistaken, have a campus in Braam. So I'm very much a big fan and a big supporter of ALX. So I would recommend it. Hey Anna, welcome to the live chat. It's always good to have you. I miss you a lot. I haven't seen you in a long time. I miss you a lot. I miss you more than I miss Frank. Um, yeah. Please let's grab a coffee, Anna. Moraba. So do you think FNB App Academy is a good start? Yes, it is. It's a good start. Now, uh, let me say something about FNB App Academy. I haven't really spoken about it. Um, was I happy that they scammed people and they told people that it's accredited only for them to pull the rug on people and say, no, it's not accredited? No, I was not happy about that. But guys, come on. FNB App Academy created awareness for technology. They had 300,000 people get on their platform. It's a great place to start. It's a great place to start. It's free. Firstly, you're not paying. You're not paying. They did all that for free. Literally. It's a great place to start. However, it's not the best place to finish. I wouldn't continue. I would start and finish that and then do more programs on top. Do more programs on top. It's not the only thing. It's a great place to start. I am a fan. I love what FNB is doing. I'm a big believer. I think FNB is the best bank in South Africa. I don't know about you guys. I think FNB is just the best digital bank. They do a lot of great work, and the FNB App Academy is one thing that they did. I know they can do it better. I know they can do it better. I think next time they roll it out, it will be a lot better. But yeah, it's a good place to start. We have a question on YouTube from Not Tumzq. Is it not Tumza? Is the academy 100% online or do you have physical campuses? So the academy is 100% online. You can take it from anywhere. If you want to do the accredited programs, make sure that you can come to South Africa to write the exams. But if you can't come to South Africa, then you do the non-accredited programs. You can do it entirely online. And here and there, we have what we call weekly check-ins where the students come to the campus. Um, they meet each other. Some of them like to shoot content, like Brandon, who just joined. They shoot content, they do podcasts. You meet and you build relationships in person. There's nothing more powerful when you're building a relationship than in-person interaction. So if you can come for those weekly check-ins, do come. If you can't, you can still do it 100% online. I know I'd say the last question, but guys, I can't leave a question unanswered. Okay. Mazembe, do you provide cloud computing bootcamp? So, as part of our software engineering bootcamp, you do an AWS cloud practitioner exam. So, why did we include AWS in the cloud in our software engineering program? Everything is cloud. Everything is on the cloud. This TikTok app or this YouTube or this LinkedIn, wherever you're watching this software is sitting on the cloud. So we make sure that if you are a developer, you need to understand what is the cloud, what is a cloud server, and all these things. So in that, you do the AWS Cloud Practitioner certificate, which is the most entry level, the most basic AWS certificate, which has opened doors for so many people because the cloud is another technology that is so it's in such high demand. It's crazy how many people want to get into cloud. It's crazy how many professionals are needed in cloud. And guys, I'm gonna say this on the live stream, but don't. I didn't say this. I didn't say this to anyone. If you're a black person and you're a woman and you're in South Africa and you're doing cloud, opportunities galore. If you're a white person that's doing cloud in South Africa, in UK, in Ireland, opportunities galore. Cloud doesn't matter what color of your skin is. It doesn't care about your gender, it doesn't care about your race, it doesn't care about anything. Cloud is huge. Yes, Champagne Quedini without a degree. You don't need a degree to do cloud. You just need to get your AWS certificates. Why do I recommend AWS out of all the other cloud platforms? Because Melsoft Academy was funded by AWS in our first year. So I have to say that because Jeff Bezos wouldn't be so happy if I promoted other cloud platforms. However, they all do the same thing. Whether you choose AWS or you choose Microsoft or you choose Google, they all do the same thing. They're all in demand. In South Africa specifically, AWS and Microsoft Azure are very much in high demand. So you really can't go wrong with cloud. All right. Aura is enrolled in the FNB App Academy, which offers a completion certificate. Yep, it does. It is a great place to start. Dot says, true, I have a family member making a killing in cloud. Reginald, yeah, no, cloud, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with cloud. Yeah, so if you wanna get into cloud, then oh yeah, Champagne. I was about to drop the roadmap to get into cloud. It's just simple, really. If you all you need to do, okay. So the thing about cloud is that on its own, it's not as valuable. Like if you just learn cloud only, like okay, I'll give you a roadmap. Let's say you do AWS Cloud Practitioner as your first one, then you do Developer Associate or Solutions Architect, and then you do like the final boss of AWS. On its own, it doesn't make much sense. Cloud is more like a skill that you stack on top of another skill. So what I would start with is software development, software engineering. Start learning how to code, start know how to build projects, and then learn how to deploy your projects on the cloud. That's the use case, because at the bare basic, what is a cloud engineer? A cloud engineer is a software developer. That's literally all it is. You have to know how to build software, and then you take your software and you put it on the cloud. Back in the day, before cloud, we used to have physical servers. Guys, like I don't know how people in the 80s, 90s used to survive. Because if you wanted to build a website back in the day, You had to buy a server and put a server in your house or in your office and make sure that it's always on. And that server would, it would go down, like it would have faults and issues, and then you'd have to call as an IT person to come in and fix the server. Guys, nowadays you just put it on AWS and then they manage the servers for you. So really on its own, you need to understand what are you putting on the server? What are you maintaining? You need to understand code. So don't just learn cloud on its own. First learn how to code, learn how to build software, then stack your cloud skills on top. And then you'll be in a much better position than someone who only knows cloud. Um, so Mazembe, so can I apply to your academy only to write AWS? No, we can't do that. We don't have that where you just learn, you just do AWS only on our academy. No. For you to do AWS through Melsoft, you have to first complete the software engineering track. You first have to become a dev. Then you can write your AWS with us. I promise you, Melsoft Academy is the best place to learn how to code. This is this is no bias, no bias intended whatsoever. There is no bias when I say this. It's the best product right now in Africa, really. In Africa, this is the best product, the best way to learn, the best place to learn. You've got the best mentors, you've got so many opportunities, like day in, day out, or maybe week in, week out. We are releasing opportunities, we're releasing internships, we're releasing volunteering gigs. Students are working together, they're building software, regular events, regular networking. Really, there's no better place to learn how to code. How has it not blown up yet? I think God is testing me. I think God is testing my humility. That's the only reason why it hasn't blown up. It's just God testing my patience, because it really is the best product out there. Question on YouTube from Not Tumza. What's the average success rate for students finding jobs after completion? So for job seeking grads, because we've got two types of grads. We have grads that are not looking for jobs. Like they finish and we say to them, hey, job here, job there, internship here, internship there. They're not interested, right? We're not going to count those. But for job seeking people, job seeking grads, we are currently now at 95% placement. We used to be at 100%. Now we're at 95. And I know the name of the person who is not yet placed. It's one person. And we're working on that. They did UI UX design. They're currently unplaced. We're working on that. So we're currently on 95%. And once that one person is placed again, we're going to go back to 100%. And we plan on sticking to 100% placement rate for all people that finish Melsoft Academy. FEMS, which tech job can we get in? Can we get in without coding? There are a lot of jobs that you can do without coding. You can do project management, where you manage the devs, but if you don't speak their language, it's going to be a little bit hard. So you can learn how to code, then learn project management, then you can manage the devs. That's how I would recommend it. Learn how to code, guys. Learn how to code. Learn how to code. Learn how to code. Learn how to code. Let's do it together. Learn how to code. Learn how to code. Learn how to code. Even if you don't end up getting a developer job, even if you don't end up getting into IT, learn how to code. It's the most amazing skill. It'll open your brain to everything. You will know how computers work. You will know how systems work. You will know how technology works. Even when you now want to get into non-technical roles, learn how to code. It'll really help you a lot. Um, yeah. Some people stack it with cybersec to be cloud sec. Thank you, Fuego. Which is the simplest career path in tech? Moraba, there's no such thing as a simple career path in tech. If it was simple, let me give you a number of simple career paths. Cleaning is simple. It's easy. Anyone can clean, right? Anyone can clean. Security guard. Anyone can be a security guard. Literally, all you need to do is just stand there with a gun, right? Those are simple career paths. Are they high paying? No, they are not, because anyone can do it. Tech is not a simple career path. There's no such thing. Which one is easier? I guess. Which one is more tolerable? Which one is more manageable? I would say UI UX design, because you don't really have code, but it's difficult because you need to be creative. You need to understand users and then build creative solutions to solve their problems. I don't think there's anything that's easy, but easier, maybe I would say UI UX design is a lot more tolerable. Can you take the help desk role as a stepping stone or entry level for cloud? No, it's not the same thing. Because help desk, you're sitting on a support ticket. If someone fills in a support ticket, you respond. It's not the same thing. So unless you just need a job and you just want to get started, then yes, for sure. But it's really not the same thing. I wouldn't do that. Which tech job can you get without coding? Okay, I answered this. Brandon, thank you for the comment, Brandon. Really appreciate it. Top G, Brandon, thank you so much. Thank you, Aura. Mazembe, how do you apply? Just drop me a comment and use the link on my bio. You can apply using the link on my bio. Oh, hey, Michaela, thank you for joining. I did just chat with you earlier. That's pretty cool that you're on the live stream. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, learn how to code. Thank you guys for those comments. That's pretty cool. Learn how to code, guys. Like, just learn how to code. Like, your life will be set. Moraba, is it possible to be a full stack developer in 1 year? Oh, absolutely. It doesn't need that long. Guys, people are lazy. People are lazy out there. Really, people are lazy. If you have 1 year and you are fully dedicated, you are fully focused, you're putting in 6, 8, 10 hours a day, you are building projects, you're getting stuck, you're getting unstuck, you're learning, building more projects, building more projects. 1 year, if it's possible for a woman to create a child in 9 months from out of nothing, a woman can create a child in 9 months from out of nothing. It's easy to get to be a developer. There are things that are more difficult in life to do in a year that are practically impossible. Becoming a full stack developer in 1 year is easy. It's possible. It's a lot of work. I'm not gonna come here and say that it's comfortable and you can do it even if you're not really interested. You're gonna have to be passionate. You're gonna have to put in the work. You're gonna have to put in the sweat equity, and I promise you, it can be done. It has been done countless times. I've seen it so many times. I myself, I gave you my story. It took me 4 months to become a developer that got a job. It was in 2019. 4 months is what it took me because I was consistent, I was motivated, and it happened. So 1 year, you can completely change your entire life in 1 year as long as you're dedicated. So that is the end of our Q&A session. It has been about over an hour. And thank you so much to everyone who joined. Thank you so much, TikTok. Please follow me if you want to be notified of more live streams. We will be going live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Thank you, Talaga, for the great comment. Really appreciate it. I look forward to meeting you in July. And for everyone else, thank you so much. For course of programs, please drop me a DM. Let's chat in the DMs. in the DMs. I'm ready to answer any more questions that you guys have. Thank you so much. I love you all. And don't forget to pray. Don't forget to pray. Don't forget to thank the Lord for giving you life. Don't forget to give your life to God if you haven't given your life to God. So, yeah, thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate it. I will see you